Alright, so take two. I tried doing this video a little while ago and I was having just a really bad day, I guess, in general, but my memory was just really bad that day, and I filmed a little like 2-minute video kind of showing that because it was pretty wild. But I'm going to be talking about the villagers that I have on my island currently. Although by the time this video is uploaded, one of them might be gone and kicked off. Maybe. We'll see, but I'll get into that in a minute. So I want to go through them and just share my thoughts about my villagers that I have on my island right now. So I still have my starter Jock on my villager, or on my island, because I loved him. And I've only grown to love him more. His name is Bam, and he is a blue Jock deer. Now, when I first started my island, I had him and Flo on my island, and Flo is a little like sisterly penguin, because everybody starts with a Jock and a sisterly. And I was so pleased that I had both of them. So pleased. Because my island is sort of nature-y for the most part, like North American woods with some mysterious elements. Like I love lore, like Sasquatch lore, you know what I mean, and that type of thing. Loch Ness Monster type of vibe. So like cryptid, but like North American woods cryptid, like Dogman, which is like a lore in Michigan. the Dogman lore song is very popular around here, and you can find that on YouTube. But so, you know, it's got some like whimsical elements, but I love all things like cold and woodsy, and so I loved even that I had a penguin. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, she's maybe not from North America, but like the North American wilderness, but I love her. That's great. Until I made enemies with her. Okay? Flo is quite possibly the only enemy that I have in Animal Crossing right now. Although I will say Barreled, I know this is a common take, but Barreled, the bear cub, he just gives me the creeps. So he's also on my blacklist. These two, Flo and Barreled, they're not allowed on my island. And that's just, you know, that's just how the predictive text sort of rolled with me and Flo. I understand that. But anyway, I like to take my Animal Crossing game like a little too realistically. Like I love creating lore with it and like creating things that are like in my head canon and having like the ultimate fun with it, like making it like it's real even though it's not. And it's great. So Bam is my starter Jock that has never left, and I love him, and he's got these little freckles, and it's great. I'm really not a fan of Jock villagers. They're just okay. So I've had other Jock villagers on my island before, notably Rudy. Rudy was such a cutie. I rhymed. It was cute. But ultimately I can't handle more than one Jock on my island. It's just too much. It's too much talking about fitness. Although I am a person who loves hiking, I love like camping and even fishing aesthetics. I love, 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 love. So it does sort of fit that he's like always like into jogging and stuff on my island, and I've created a lot of hiking trails on my island, so it is kind of nice knowing that I have at least one villager on my island who is like super into all of that. But in general, their dialogue just gets stale for me. But I do like at least having one jock because it matches the theme. It does. And I always dress him or like give him outfits that are like hiking style and like cute, I don't know, just cute, like campcore, gorpcore, I don't know. But for real, like I love that. So he is one of my all-time faves. And our little greeting is Bamley. It's so cute. Bamley, come on, that was a cute idea, don't deny it. But he's a little cutie, and so he'll never leave my island. I wasn't expecting to love him that much. Like, I was kind of like, oh cool, a blue deer, that's awesome, when I first saw him. Then like over time I was like, wait, he's everything and more. He's got those little freckles, he has those like awesome horns that are actually more of a brown color. He's adorable. So he's here to stay. Anyway, let's see who is next. Next on my island is Hazel. I've known about Hazel like for a while. I think even before I played Animal Crossing, I knew about Hazel, and I knew that I wanted her on my island. I was hoping secretly when I started my island that she would be my sisterly, which this sounds silly to maybe some of you because maybe you guys don't see the charm in Hazel, but Hazel is my all-time favorite villager. Okay? She is a sisterly squirrel. She has a unibrow, okay, and a buck tooth. But, and she's got like a Edna Mode sort of style bob that is red. She's a redhead. Isn't that cute? I just love her color palette, so much. It's iconic. I love her bucktooth. And I do kind of have a thing for the eyebrow villagers, which is ironic because my eyebrows are clear. But I love it. I just think she's iconic. I loved Ricky when I had him on my island. He was a cranky squirrel who also has a very thick unibrow. I believe he has a unibrow, or at least a big thick eyebrow. He was one of my faves, and it was very hard for me to let him go for a long time. So I don't know. I like the sort of angry expression that it gives a villager when they've got these big eyebrows. It's like, oh, you're angry. That's cute. But yeah, Hazel was my dreamie for a very long time, and I recently got her. So everybody congratulate me in the comments. Okay, I was so happy when I got her. And she is as magical as I thought she would be. I love a good sisterly, truly. They're one of my faves. Tia. Tia I also have on my island. Now, this is the thing with Tia. I like Tia. She is a elephant, but she is designed to look like a teapot. Very cute. Very whimsical. She's a normal villager. I love her design so much. I think it is so cute and so whimsical and so dainty looking. Like, I think it's great. At first, I was like, I don't know if I should keep her because I'm looking for a lot of other more naturey villagers, notably Poppy. I want Poppy so bad. She's like one of my all-time dreamies. She's a normal squirrel that's sort of a burgundy color, and she's wearing like a dirndl. It's so cute. Or like the alpinist dress is what it's called. She's just a doll. And she's like one of my all-time faves, and it's like I don't want too many normals on my island, so I just wasn't sure that I was gonna have Tia on my island forever. But now I'm starting to change my mind because she's so cute. And it's like, it's really been hard for me to let her go. It really has been. It's also weird because she's an elephant. It's like, I like her as the concept of a teapot, but when I think of her as an elephant, I'm like, elephants don't belong in the Northwest or or the northern, like, wilderness. They just don't belong here. So it's like, what am I doing? But I like her as a concept of a teapot, which she is. So I don't know. It's a dilemma. Also, she's had a couple flings with some of the other villagers. I had Zell, the brown and cream gazelle deer. He was a smug. I was obsessed with him for a little while because I liked that he had that cocoa brown and orange accents. I mean, come on. But he was also a smug, you know? But he grew on me a lot. And I had a really hard time getting rid of him. But the thing is with her is, like, I walked in on them one day and she was like, I'm sorry, but I have the images and the videos to prove it. It looked like they were kissing. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what did I walk into? Tia was new at the time. And I'm like, whoa. Like, no. We don't do this on this island. I don't know. It was weird. It was really awkward. And then I saw her do the same thing with Dobie, and I just was sort of like, girl, maybe this is too much. Maybe this is too much for my island. Too much drama. Like, you're like over here with making out with Zell, but then you're over here with Dobie. And like, look, I'm usually not one to like see things like that in a game, you know, especially when like the game doesn't have things like that. Like, we're not in The Sims, right? We're not. Like, Animal Crossing doesn't have making out or kissing, but just the way they were walking towards each other, it just looked undeniably like they were kissing. And I'm like, what did I walk into? I do not like this. I'm like, this island is PC. This island is cute and wholesome. Everybody's buddies. Nobody's dating. Nobody's in love on this island. We are not in Love Island right now, people. We do not do this. The drama was real. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. I ended up kicking Zell off the island, finally. I think just because there was too many other villagers that I really wanted. And Zell just was like dropping these weird hints to me that he was interested in leaving. And then when he finally asked to leave, I was like, I get it, buddy. I get it. I don't know. So that was that. He left the island, but I kept Tia. And so there is that. She has a history of just, you know, dating some of the residents of the island, and that's not something I really like. So I don't know. We'll see. Tia might stay. She might go eventually. There might be a day where I'm like, bye. Anyway. Next on my list is Eunice. I did have Stella, who is a pink normal sheep on my island. She was very cute. I had her for a long time. But I wanted to try different villagers. And then I was getting close to my last ticket, my Nook Miles ticket on my villager hunt. And there was Eunice. And I've liked Eunice for a while. This is the thing. My island is called Leaf Sheep. And I wish I could change it. I really do. I wish Animal Crossing had that feature to change your island name. Because Leaf Sheep, I love Leaf Sheep. They are these sea slugs in real life. They're these like green sea slugs that look like little mini sheep, and they're so cute to me. I think they're fascinating to research about, especially their use of chlorophyll and just how they sort of are like plants, but they're sea creatures. They're incredible. And I thought I would like the sheep villagers a lot more than I do in Animal Crossing. And I love sheep in real life. I'm a sheep gal. The only Webkinz that I've kept from my childhood is a sheep. I love them. And so that's that. I was really hoping that I would like them better, and I named my island Leaf Sheep. I also love like nature aesthetics, obviously, so I thought like leaf and sheep are just me. But I wish I would have named it something to do with moss or lichen, because those are my one true loves in this world, is moss and lichen. But I did not, alas. My island is named Leaf Sheep, and so, but I do like the sheep villagers. They're pretty good. It's just I also feel a little obligation now. Like I should always have a sheep on my island, no? It feels weird not to have sheep. So I have Eunice on my island. I do like Eunice. I've always liked Eunice. I've always thought her house design was kind of funny because it's a laundromat. But I have the ability to change their house design because I have Happy Home Paradise, the DLC. So I changed up the house. I changed the house up to be cuter, but it's still a laundromat because I just like that concept. I think it's cute. So there is that. I like Eunice. I think her personality is really cute. I know that she's not a forever villager, to be real. But she's my newest villager right now, so she's not going to ask to leave until I let somebody else go. And I do have somebody else that I want to let go soon. So, anyway, Eunice is really cute though. I like her coloring. I do like that she's a sheep. She's one of those where it might be pretty hard to let her go, actually, because I feel like every time I log on, I like her a little bit more, and I stop by to see her, and she's cute. I will say this too, is like, I always think it's a good idea to have 2 normals on your island. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of other villagers where it's like you have 2 of them and it's too much. I almost feel like it's a necessity for my island personally to have 2 normals on the island at all times, because they talk to each other and they are like buddies with each other. Every time I've had 2 normals on my island, they like bond and they like have conversations, and they like will study the butterflies together, and they're just so cute together. So, and it's like nice that they're like little besties. So I probably will always have 2. Which 2, I do not know. I would like to find Molly, the duck. Never seen her on a villager hunt, and like I said, Poppy, but we shall see. I also used to have Ione on my island. Ione? I forget how to pronounce her name. She's the normal squirrel with the glittery sparkle tail. At first, I saw her and I was like, get off my island. Absolutely not. But she grew on me so fast, and now I've missed her ever since. Ever since I've been like, oh, if I ever see Ione again, I might take her. I might have to take her because she's glittery. Her tail and feet glow in the dark. It's magical. Anyway, I digress. Dobie. Dobie is also on my island, and he's one of my all-time faves. He is a cranky wolf villager, and he looks like an old wolf. Like, they made him look like an old man. And there's something about the wolves that are kind of off-putting to me because they're so spiky. Like, their heads are spiky, but I kind of love him. So that's that. And he's forever on my island. Like, he is my forever baby. Next up is Hans. Hans is a smug gorilla, but hear me out, okay? He is the one that looks like a Yeti. I wanted him on my island for so long because I love lore. I love Sasquatch. I love Yeti. Bigfoot. Abominable snowman. I love that vibe. And we haven't really clicked yet. Like, I'm just kind of like, I don't mind him. I think he's a cool visual character. I do not like the idea that he's a gorilla, because realistically, gorillas are my least favorite animal in real life, probably. They're just so scary to me. Or they're like intimidating and not appealing. Monkeys in general, just not my type of animal. But the gorillas in game are also not really my favorite. But he's a Yeti, and I think design-wise they made him look really cool. And he fits the vibe. It's a contrast, because I connected so much to my past smug villager, which was Zell. And having this smug villager, I'm like, I also had Henry for a while there, which was a smug frog, and he was so delightful. So it's like, I just am not like connected to Hans right now. He's just okay. Visually, 10 out of 10. Personality wise, there's something a little lacking. I do kind of like that he's like all about being a star and being famous, because it's like, you already are famous. It's like he knows he's famous for being the Yeti. But in my headcanon, it's like, he's like, I know that I'm famous because I'm a Yeti, but realistically, I want to be famous for being like a surfer or something unrelated to being the abominable snowman. But that's all people ever know me for. Anyway, that's my little headcanon for him. Next I have Stitches. Stitches is also a forever villager on my island. He's so cute. He is a bear cub, a lazy bear cub who is like, he looks like he was handmade, like a handmade bear. He's just one of the cutest things that ever walked Animal Crossing. So, next up I have Eric. He is a lazy reindeer. He is also a forever villager on my island. I adore him. He was on my island, like, I think he was one of the first few villagers on my island, and I love him so much. Visually, he is the cutest, like one of the cutest villagers in the game. Personality wise, it's also great. He sometimes says like things that are kind of wise, and you're like, wait, what? Okay, they came out of nowhere. But my only ordeal is that I love lazy villagers. There are so many lazy villagers that I'm like, I would love to have you on my island, but I already have 2. Can you imagine having 3? I've had 3 lazy villagers on my island, and every time I'm like, okay, this is getting so redundant. It's like, say something different. But it's like, it's my fault for having 3 lazies. I had Mo on my island for a long time, and I loved him. He was a cat, a blue striped cat. But I let him go to find others. Anyway, next is Avery. He's also a forever villager on my island. I have a lot of faves. He is a hawk, a cranky hawk, and I just love him. He's so natural looking, like his color scheme, and he's visually very interesting. I like those eagle species. I don't care for a lot of their color schemes. His is the only one that I really love, and he's just a forever villager. I just love him. I love having a big, unique bird of prey. He's cool. Anyway, lastly is Fuchsia, and Fuchsia is the one that I am sadly going to be letting go of soon. I think Fuchsia is really, really cool. When I saw her, I was like, heck yeah, like, come on, like, you're coming on my island with me, because she visually is that girl. Like, visually, she's hot, right? I mean, we all can say it. I'm just kidding. But, like, kind of, though. She's got, like, the like, earring, and she's, like, kind of got, like, a pop punk kind of a look. She's cool. And I love her color scheme. The weird thing about me with Animal Crossing villagers is I like either super, super natural color schemes, or I like the ones that are, like, very vivid and vibrant. Like, my other dreamy is Static, and he is a purple and, like, lime green squirrel with, like, a lightning bolt. Like, he's, like, static electricity. He is one of my all-time favorites, and I don't think I could ever let him go, even though that would make me have 3 crankies, and that would just be insane. But he's one of my favorites, and he's very vibrant. And I'm hoping when Fuchsia asks to leave, I will find Static. I was so excited to have Fuchsia on my island. I really was. But I just think it's her time to go. She's been on my island for a hot minute now. And she's gotten into a fight with Hazel, and like, even though I think Fuchsia was in the right, I am kind of like, I gotta back my girl Hazel. Like, you have no idea. Like, Hazel and me Hazel and me, we don't go way back because she's only kind of been new to my island, but like we go way back. Anyway, those are my thoughts about my Animal Crossing villagers. I just love them all so much. Have a good day, you guys, and let me know down below what your favorite villagers are.